Hi guys, welcome back to my channel, and for today's video I'll show you how I made this chunky tulip. If you're new here, please don't forget to like and subscribe and hit that bell button. Thanks! So for the materials guys, I'm using this chunky chenille yarn, so 100 grams per color. I'm using, of course, 100 grams for the green and for this beautiful pink color. For the hook size, I'm using a 6mm hook, but I suggest that you use a 6.5mm hook, but this is the only one I have, so this is the one I'm using. Of course, you will need a stitch marker, a yarn needle, and a pair of scissors. You also need fiber fill. I don't know how many I used for this, but you need a lot of the fiber fill. We also need a thin wire, so we're using this for the leaf. So any wire that you can use, something like this. Now to start, we're going to do the stem first, and then the tulip bulb, and then the leaf. So let's start with the green yarn. So we're starting with a magic circle. Once you have the magic circle, we're just going to chain one, and the chain one doesn't count as a stitch. Now continue making one single crochet inside the magic circle. Once you have your first single crochet, I need you to add the stitch marker so you can track where you begin the stitch. And now we're just going to continue making 5 more single crochet inside the magic circle. So total will be 6 single crochets in the magic circle. So this is the second single crochet. Insert your hook, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, and pull through 2. So that's your single crochet. So I'm just completing my 6 single crochets here. Okay, and now that you have 6 single crochets, you need to pull the tail of the magic circle so we can close the gap or the circle. Pull it not too tight, but enough to close the gap. Now we're ready for row 2. We're making 2 single crochets in each stitch because we're increasing. So remove the stitch marker, and on that first stitch, make a single crochet. So just insert your hook, yarn over, pull through. You have 2 loops on your hook, yarn over and pull through 2. And don't forget to always add your stitch marker in the first stitch of each row. And now we'll continue, make 1 more single crochet in the same stitch. So remember, we're increasing each stitch. So 2 single crochets, and then here in the next stitch we're making 2 single crochets. And now we'll just continue this pattern of making 2 single crochets in each stitch around, and you should have a total of 12 single crochets once you end your row 2. Now we're ready for row 3. Remove your stitch marker. Make 1 single crochet in the first stitch. Add your stitch marker in the first stitch. And we'll move on the next stitch. In the next stitch, make 2 single crochets. So this is 1 single crochet, and then in the same stitch, make 1 more single crochet. So the pattern will be 1 single crochet, and then in the next stitch 2 single crochets. So 1 single crochet in the next increase. Continue that pattern until you reach the end of the row. By the end of row 3, you should have a total of 18 single crochets. Alright guys, so now I'm done with row 3. So for row 4, that will be 1 single crochet in each stitch across, no increase. So remove your stitch marker and make 1 single crochet in that stitch. This is the first stitch. Don't forget to add your stitch marker. And just continue making 1 single crochet in each stitch around. So there's no increase from row 5 to row 10, and always add your stitch marker in the first stitch of the round. So I'll just continue and I'll meet you once you have 10 rows. Okay guys, so this is my last stitch. I'm gonna show you how to finish this because we're changing the color. So I'm gonna insert my hook, yarn over, pull through. I have 2 loops on my hook. Now I'm not gonna finish with the green yarn, so we're gonna drop the yarn and grab our second color, or the color of the bulb for your tulip, and I'm gonna use that yarn to finish that row. So now we are on the second color. So I just need you to pull the green yarn and work over the pink yarn. And to start with the bulb, remove your stitch marker, and for this row we're going to increase and use back loop only. So let me just adjust to make sure that it will not get loose. So insert your hook in the back loop only. Make 1 single crochet using the pink yarn. Now we're using the pink yarn. We're no longer using the green yarn. Add your stitch markers still because this is the first stitch. And now on the second stitch, make 1 more single crochet. So we already have 2. And now we'll increase on the third stitch. So make 2 single crochets, back loop only. So this is 1, same stitch, 1 more single crochet. So the pattern for this increase is 1 single crochet, 1 single crochet, and then in the third or the next stitch, increase. So that's 2 single crochets in the same stitch. But remember, we're using back loop only. So I'll continue making the increase. So 1 single crochet, 1 single crochet, and then 2 single crochets in the same stitch. Continue that until you finish your row. By the end of row, you should have a total of 24 stitches. Now we're going to continue. This is row 12. Remove your stitch marker. So we're still going to increase, but we're no longer using back loop only, so both loops. So in the first stitch, make 1 single crochet, add a stitch marker, on the second stitch, 1 single crochet, third stitch, 1 single crochet, and on the fourth stitch, make 2 single crochets or increase. So this is 1, and in the same stitch, 1 more single crochet. So our pattern for row 12 is 1 single crochet in the next 3 stitches. So this is 1, 2, 3, and in the next make 2 single crochets. Continue this pattern until you reach the end of your row, and you should have a total of 30 single crochets. Next row will be increase row again. So just remove the stitch marker. On the first stitch, we'll make 1 single crochet, add your stitch marker back, next 1 single crochet, and in the third stitch make 2 single crochets in the same stitch. So 1 and same stitch, 1 single crochet. Now the pattern now will be 1 single crochet in the next 4 stitches. So this is 1, 2, 3, and 4. And in the 5th stitch, we'll make the increase. So that is 2 single crochets in the same stitch. So again, the pattern will be 1 single crochets in the next 4 stitches, and then on the 5th stitch make 2 single crochets. Continue that until you have 2 remaining single crochets. Okay guys, so now I have 2 remaining stitches here, and I'll just finish with 1 single crochet in each stitch. Next row, we're going to increase again. So remove the stitch marker, 1 single crochet in that first stitch, add your stitch marker back, so we have 1 single crochet, and in the next 4 stitches make 1 single crochet each stitch. Okay, so this is the 5th one. In the next, we'll make the increase, so 2 single crochets in the same stitch. So for this row, the pattern will be 1 single crochet in the next 5 stitches. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then in the next we're going to make 2 single crochets. So that's the increase. So 1 and then 2. So continue this pattern until you reach the end of the row. Now for the next row, so this is the row 15, no increase. So remove your stitch marker, make 1 single crochet in the first stitch, add your stitch marker back, and then we'll just continue making 1 single crochet in each stitch around. So I'll just continue making 1 single crochets, no increases, and I'll meet you at the end of the row. So now guys, we're just gonna continue that, no increases from row 16 to row 20. We're going to make 1 single crochet in each stitch around, and please don't forget to add your stitch marker so you can track where your row begins. So I'll meet you once you have 20 rows. Okay, so here is how my work looks like. But I just want to show you one thing, guys. So before we cut the yarn, remove the stitch marker and make a slip stitch in that first stitch. So to finish this, yarn over, pull a long tail. We're gonna need that. So make sure you have a very long tail. Cut, and now you can pull and finish off. So we're done with the tulip. It's now time to add the fiber fill. Now you can stuff the fiber fill inside. So fill this with as many fiber fill as you can. Okay, I think this would be enough for me, so I can still close. Now we're using the long tail that we cut to sew the bulb. So I'm just gonna show you this, guys, so please pay attention to the screen and how I'm going to sew the bulb. Okay, so there you go, guys. And now you're going to, of course, hide the tail and cut the yarn. And we're ready to make the leaf. So we're using the green yarn and the wire for the leaf. And I'm also using the same hook size. So if you're still using the 6.5, that again is okay. Okay, to start, make a slip stitch or a slip knot, like so. Now chain 10, so 3, grab your wire. So we're gonna need this. Just make sure that you work through or over the wire. So in the first stitch or second stitch from the hook, we're going to make a single crochet working through the wire, like so. And then in the second loop or chain, make a double crochet. So yarn over, pull through 2, and then yarn over, pull through 2. Next stitch, treble crochet. So yarn over twice, insert your hook. In the next loop, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2, and then yarn over, pull through 2. And in the next 3 stitches, we're going to do the treble crochet. So this is the second treble crochet. Again, treble crochet in the next, so yarn over twice, insert your hook in the next loop. Okay, it might be hard for you to walk with the wire, but you're gonna get used to it. So this is the third treble crochet. We're gonna make one more treble crochet. Adjust the wire as you need. Okay, so for the last treble crochet, so again the fourth treble, and in the next stitch we're going to make 1 double crochet. I'm adjusting the wire again. Alright, and in the next stitch make 1/2 double crochet, pull through all 3, and in the last stitch we're going to make 3 single crochets, all in the same stitch. So this is 1, 2, and 3 single crochets, all in the same stitch. Now we're going to work on the other side. So I'm just gonna fold this wire like so. We're still going to work through that wire and working on the other side. So in the next stitch we should have a 1/2 double crochet. So here it is. Just find the stitch where you add your 1/2 double crochet. So we're going to make a 1/2 double crochet, next stitch will be a double crochet, like so. Just pulling this wire, and then 4 treble crochets. So we're going to start with 1, And then just continue with the treble crochet, so you should have 4 on this side as well. Okay, this is the last treble, and then the next stitch will be a double crochet, and then the last stitch will be a single crochet. Okay, so just make a slip stitch on the very first stitch from the other side, and then chain 1. Then you can finish off, you can cut your yarn and pull the tail. Okay guys, so we're going to attach the leaf. So find where you want to add the leaf, okay, where you want to position it on your tulip. So I'm just looking for the best part. Okay, so like so, and then we're going to use the long tail of the leaf to sew this on our tulip. So I'm just gonna show this to you guys, and just pay attention on how I do this. I don't know how to explain this, so just find where you can add, or we can insert the needle, and here the side of the leaf we're going to sew on this stem. Just finish this and we're done. Just weave the ends and cut your yarn. And I really hope you love this video, and if you do, please don't forget to like and subscribe to my channel. And if you made one, please don't hesitate to tag me. I would really love to see your work. Thank you guys. Bye.